If in Civil Service Prelim 2024 you are scoring somewhere around 95 in your GS and you are sure about your CSAT, then you must start for your mains. And to help you, we at Raj IAS are coming up with our unique value addition program, in which we will be covering 2000 plus questions along with their model answers for GS 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will provide you almost 200 philosophical essays. To help you more, we are providing you with our new AI powered app, which is powered by Indian Express newspaper, which will help you to get more and more feedback on your answer writing and personality development. Course is starting from 20th of this month and is priced at only 18,000. You can scan the QR and pay right now. Best of luck.
Hello everyone, I am Ananya. I have secured All India Rank 3 in this year's UPSC Civil Services examination, and this was my first attempt at the examination. In the previous video, I have spoke about my detailed strategy for the UPSC Civil Services examination, and I would like to continue that series, and I would like to highlight about my anthropology, that is my optional strategy, in this video. So I have scored a total of 275 marks in my optional, 138 in paper 1 and 137 in paper 2. I would like to highlight some of the things that might have worked for my optional in this attempt. Firstly, coming to the sources. Anthropology's paper 1 has broadly 3 sections. The first is physical anthropology, the second is the socio-cultural anthropology, and third is the archaeological anthropology. For sources regarding the physical anthropology, I have used resources like, one is P. Nath's book on physical anthropology. The second is I have taken coaching from DKT CSE New Delhi. They have provided me with coaching notes, so that is something that I have also used. Apart from that, I have also referred to extensive answer copies of toppers as well as their notes. For instance, I have referred to notes of Apala Mishra ma'am, which is really good for physical anthropology. I have also referred to notes of Narayan Amit sir. I have also referred to notes of Varnit Negi sir, and I have also referred to Akshat Jain sir's book. So these were some of the resources that I have used apart from P. Nath's sir's book, as well as the coaching notes that I was provided for physical anthropology. Coming to the resources for socio-cultural anthropology, I would say the first book I refer to was again the coaching notes that has been provided to me by DKT ICS, and apart from that I also refer to topper notes again. The first is definitely Akshat Jain sir's book, and Apala Mishra ma'am's notes as well as Narayan Amit sir's notes is something that I refer to extensively. And anthropological theories becomes extremely important in socio-cultural anthropology, and for that I refer to Alabama University's website, which contains detailed articles about all the theories that have been given in the syllabus. So that has been extremely beneficial for me in understanding the theories in a holistic and very fluent manner. Apart from that, there is archaeological anthropology, and for archaeological anthropology I would say I again refer to Akshat Jain sir's book, in which he has given all the topics of archaeological anthropology in a very simple and yet holistic manner. So that is a very good resource, I would say. Apart from that, I also refer to EPG Patashala's material. That is something that I have referred to value add to my notes, as well as I also refer to something called DK Bhattacharya sir's videos that have been there on YouTube. So these are some of the resources that I have used for archaeological anthropology. Coming to paper 2, there are two major parts in paper 2. One is Indian anthropology and the second is the tribal anthropology. Indian anthropology, I would say the first book I refer to was Nadeem Hasnain's book on Indian anthropology. That has been extremely beneficial. Apart from that, the coaching notes is something that I again relied on, and Mandar Patki sir's notes has been extremely helpful for me in covering and details of many things that were missed out in elsewhere when it comes to Indian anthropology. Apart from that, tribal anthropology is one thing that I also benefited a lot from Mandar Patki sir's notes. He has a repository of case studies which has proved extremely beneficial in me collecting unique kinds of case studies. Apart from that, the coaching notes as well as Ghaga committee report is something that I refer to, and Ministry of Tribal Affairs websites were something that I constantly refer to. So these I would say are the broad sources that I refer to anthropology. And apart from sources, I would also like to speak about what are the key elements that might be essential while attempting an answer in anthropology. So firstly, regarding socio-cultural anthropology, some of the important aspects become, one is the thinkers. In every answer of yours, make sure that you are quoting at least 2 to 3 thinkers. That becomes extremely important for you to differentiate your answers from a GS kind of answer. Apart from that, it is also extremely useful for you to highlight some of the other details, like when you are quoting an author, also try to quote about the book they mentioned that particular concept in, or the research paper that might they have quoted. So these are some of the things that becomes extremely crucial while writing an answer in socio-cultural anthropology. And in socio-cultural anthropology, it also becomes extremely important for you to link your subject matter in paper 1 with the subject matter of Indian anthropology and tribal anthropology. In fact, you can use the case studies that you have collected for paper 2 in paper 1 and vice versa, and even the thinkers. So this also becomes extremely important for you to differentiate your answers and give them a more organic touch. Apart from that, for physical anthropology, I would say diagrams are very extremely important. So you have to practice your diagrams extensively so that you can draw them in a limited time that you have been given in the examination conditions. Apart from that, in physical anthropology, you have to remember a lot of things. So try to do number of revisions so that you will not miss out on the details that they usually expect you from in the physical anthropology. And coming to archaeological anthropology, maps are something that becomes extremely important. So try to practice maps and remember the sites that are mentioned so that it becomes extremely useful for you in drawing the maps in the limited time that have been provided for you. And also another important thing in archaeological anthropology is to understand the timeline properly. For instance, you have Paleolithic, Neolithic, Mesolithic, Iron Age. It becomes extremely, you can easily forget the details and you may confuse one site with another site. For you to avoid this, I think it becomes extremely important for you to have some short notes kind of thing wherein you have all the details of the timelines that are mentioned and the tool technologies used or other details that are usually demanded of you from an archaeology answer. So this also becomes extremely important in archaeological anthropology. Coming to paper 2, in Indian anthropology, I would say village studies are something that becomes extremely important. If you do your village studies topic properly, you can use the thinkers in many of your answers. For instance, there are many number of Indian anthropologists that have done extensive studies. For instance, there is M. N. Srinivas, there is someone called N. P. Vidyarthi and all such thinkers. So try to read their areas of works very properly so that you can quote them in various topics that are being asked in Indian anthropology. And coming to tribal anthropology, case studies are again extremely important, and try to collect very organic and very innovative kind of case studies so that you can differentiate your answer in tribal anthropology from that of a general studies answer that is usually also asked in general studies paper. So I would say these are some of the essential components of an answer that kind of give you an edge in anthropology answer writing. Apart from that, another one thing that I would like to highlight for anthropology is revision. In my opinion, for an option like anthropology, more than answer writing, what is more important is revision, because anthropology has a lot of things to be remembered. Memory becomes extremely important, and for that there is no other shortcut but for you to revise constantly so that you are able to not just remember the things but also able to interlink the papers. For instance, subject matter in paper 1 can be used in paper 2 and vice versa. So this interlinking becomes extremely crucial, and even sometimes they are also asking kind of questions which demand you to interlink between two different domains. For instance, there are questions that are being asked which kind of ask you to interlink between physical anthropology and socio-cultural anthropology, and for that to happen, I think it's extremely important for you to have the thorough revisions so that you'll be able to interlink seamlessly. And apart from that, coming to answer writing, I would say, in my opinion, I have made my notes in a question answer format for most of the topics so that it became easy for me to kind of replicate my answers in the exam like conditions. But it is up to you. You can make the notes in question answer format, or you can also make the notes in general format. But whatever it is, try to have a structure in your mind already made so that it doesn't become difficult for you to generate subheadings in the actual examination condition. And answer writing practice becomes crucial, but I would say revision is more important than answer writing in an optional like anthropology. So even if you practice answer writing post prelims, that in my opinion is completely fine, and you can do that too. And in that 3 month span, try to write your papers in 3 hours. So that is the only important suggestion that I wanted to give for anthropology, that is to focus more on revision, even if it means that you are postponing your answer writing a bit. So this was my detailed strategy for anthropology optional, and this is the second video that I made in this series. And going forward, I would also like to do a video on answer writing strategy for mains in general. And I would like to thank DKT again for providing me this opportunity.